Welcome back, guys. We are here for another Phyrexia All Will Be One premiere draft. I still have a lot of different archetypes I need to draft, but let's go ahead and dive right in and check out what we've got going on here. Uncommons, kind of not anything super enticing, like the Blisterzoa and the Skitterfang are both cards I like. The Quicksilver and the Oil Gorger Troll, both, again, cards I like, but none that fit into, like, the archetype that I feel like is the easiest. So my instinct here is to take the Atraxis Skitterfang, because it goes in just about any deck. It's really good in the toxic decks, helps you get in that extra points of damage, helps you race, helps you do a lot of really cool things. And it leaves us completely open. We can take anything we want. So I'm going to take the Atraxis Skitterfang here. Pack one, pick one. I have yet to get a good Thrumming Bird deck. Ooh, can we do this? What does this one do? Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put an oil counter on the Surgeon, remove an oil counter, target creature gains flying. That card's decent, but Thrumming Bird, please and thank you. This bodes very well if we want to go into the sort of Simic proliferate poison counters. We can also go into the Is It Spells deck really well. There's also like a blue-black type deck. So there are a lot of things here we can do. Unctus Retrofitter is the thing that makes artifacts 4/4 as long as this remains on the battlefield. It itself is toxic, pairs very well with a Thrumming Bird, and again keeps us very open to go into either white or green because it builds with that toxic and does a lot of really cool stuff with the artifacts, including white mites. So pretty excited about the Unctus Retrofitter. We're still very open, and I love everything that's going on so far. Oh, Cephalopod Sentry. That works very well with the Unctus Retrofitter because it's the artifact color repair, and it's it's the uncommon signpost color there. Plus, I don't have an Azorious deck on the YouTube channel yet, so this is perfect. Okay, moving on, we've got a redraw, Vanish to Eternity, and a Mandible Justicar. I like the Justicar because it's a decent rate creature that's an artifact, but there isn't a ton of premium removal in these two colors combined. We're looking for Dose and a couple other things, some sort of aura lockdown spells. So I think I'll take the first Vanish, just because I'm super high on removal. It's important to note that we're seeing like Blightbelly Rat, Carver, and Scrap Trap as well. Okay, so this is pretty good. We have a Skull Bomb. Also the Lookout, right? The Lookout is fantastic. So Skull Bomb can become a creature, and the logbook I think is great. My instinct is usually to take the Skull Bomb, but this is literally the deck for the logbook. But I'm going to take the Skull Bomb. Pick 7, nothing too spectacular here. I feel like if we were to dip or to splash into anything, it would probably be black, so we could take a Siphoner. But the Enforcer is actually built for this archetype because it triggers on the artifacts, which is why we typically don't take the Enforcer. The Eye of Malcator is an artifact. This is the deck for it, and they stack kind of well in multiples. So we'll take this. The Surgical Bay is decent. Could also take that. Nothing here for us. We'll take this as an opportunity to take our first dual land rare there. The Meldweb Curator I like a lot. I like it a lot less in this archetype. I've been running it a ton in Is It. I think it's very good. But we'll take the Mandible just because I really want to... This is like the Is It Spells deck. I really want to make sure we have artifacts. Take a redraw land. I'm glad that wheeled. Isn't Enforcer like a premier 4-drop we want? I might have... You're talking about this? The Enforcer? Yeah. So this is like one of my first times drafting this archetype. That's why I was saying I think this is the time we do take this. I don't know if it's premier. It doesn't feel quite strong enough to be premier, but it's definitely one of these signpost commons for this archetype. Drown in Ichor. I love that card. Ooh, the Watcher is a great 2-drop that works really well with the Unctus Retrofitter, I mean. It's an artifact. It's a flyer. It redraws. Everything is good here. Maybe we wheel the Surgical Bay, Surgical Skull Bomb. What got us onto blue the first pick? We didn't first pick blue. We second picked blue, and it was the Thrumming Bird. I like Thrumming Bird a fair amount. Yeah, it's like Charge of the Mites, Crawling Chorus. I like the Meldweb Curator. This card like really has impressed me, but it's not going to be nearly as good in these archetype as it is in like the Izzet. But I feel like it's still probably pretty strong. Crawling Chorus, it makes an artifact. I'm going to take the Charge of the Mites first before Crawling Chorus. All right. So now we're looking at Mesmerizing Dose. We haven't seen a lot of removal in the white or the blue. And there's also the Basilica Shepherd. I don't know how I feel about it. It works really well with the Cephalopod Sentry. It's a great threat on its own. It works really well with Charge of the Mites. It's kind of exactly where we want to be. But again, we have to give up this removal spell that we are in actual need of. It's a little tough, but I'm going to take the Shepherd, which I hate doing, but I think we don't have much on the top end. And I have seen the Mesmerizing Dose go pretty late. Serum Snare is cool, but I think I will take a removal spell over a bounce. Hopefully we still wield that Skull Bomb from the last pack. I would really like to. Corpse Puppet, you say? I don't think this card is like a home run. I don't think it's worth splashing. Is there a world where we want Charge? Our 2-drop slot's doing okay. We don't need to take the Dune Mover. It could be Charge or it could be Meld Curator. But again, we just don't have the instants and sorceries for it. 2-drops are usually terrible. Yeah, but like bombs are bombs, right? And that's what I was asking is this bomby enough? And I don't think it was. But yeah, you know, some 2-drops aren't meant to be played on 2 either. Mesmerizing Dose, Tamiyo's Logbook, and Distorted Curiosity, all fine cards for us. Our artifact count is very, very high. Like the Tamiyo's Lookout is going to be pretty premium. We have 3 removal spells now with Mites. Take the Dose. Instantly regret it with another Dose here. Ugh. Equipped creatures get indestructible. Let's take another Dose. Gitaxian Raptor is decent. My 3-drop slot's not full. Oh, I took the wrong thing. I spent too much time looking at what that person was saying. We'll take this Skull Bomb number 2. Justicar, though, yeah, I was debating what I wanted to do there. We have 2 Justicars. I think it's fine. I don't need any more of these. You know what I'd really like? Another... Oh, we got another Curator. Oh, Tamiyo Logbook wield. Great. Immobilizer. Remove an oil counter from it. Tap a thing. Not interested. This is the untap do a thing. I think I want the Flesh Cutter. It's an artifact equipment. That card is pretty good. This is a little bit sad. Is there even anything I would run here? I don't really care about anything here. I'm just gonna rare draft. I don't normally, but we're traveling a lot in the next few weeks. We don't get to draft as much as I would like. Not even the chorus. Like, the chorus is fine. You might want to prioritize crawling chorus. I usually only prioritize crawling chorus when I have like the birds to pop them up. I haven't found them to be all that useful unless you have like the aggression and the toxic that you want to get in on them, or if you have the birds to help get that in, which we have none of the above. So it doesn't feel that great for me. Third Justicar is probably fine. I actually really like the hover wings. How have you guys found those? They block early aggressive. Well, we actually have a pretty low curve and lifelink, which is not super normal in this format. So I'm feeling pretty comfy with what we've got going on here. 3 lifelinking 2-drops and a watcher and bounces. We have 1, 3, 4, 5 2-drops that are pretty premium for this deck. I don't like aggressive chump blockers. I definitely like Crawling Chorus. It has overperformed for me, but it's very specific to the type of deck that I'm running. And if you're running like the Crescendo, that's great. If you're running the Raptor bird, that's great. If you're like Orzhov and you're really wanting to make sure that you've got the bonus, you know, turn 2 attack poison counter. We don't have the proliferate. We don't have like, it just doesn't do a lot in our deck. I'm gonna rare draft. Maybe I'm tilted because my last draft I 0-3'd because 3 people curved out and killed me early. It's the fastest format we've seen in a very long time. So that is certainly true. I 100% agree. It is important to be ready for aggressive decks. If you're first, you know, long dead are the games of doing nothing until turn 3. You were just too far behind at that point. It's weird that that thing gives toxic. I always forget that. I don't think we're going to run this. No, we certainly aren't. I'll just take the uncommon. Yeah, the format is so fucking fast. And if for whatever reason it gets drawn out for any reason, then you just immediately die to like one of the 13,000 game-ending bombs that exist. Do we have, I don't know if we have ETBs. It's just the glider. I think our deck is pretty full here. Glider seems solid. That's what I was thinking too. It's just we have so many stinking 2s. And I think all of what we have is better. But my curve is very, very freaking low. I think we're going to cut a plains. Cut a dose. Cut this. Do we have anything for the curator? Get rid of a curator we get to keep it for mites and vanish. This 2 5-drops, certainly a 16 land deck. Probably don't need the combat trick. I was really hoping, because we got the retrofitter so early, I was really hoping that would be a thing for us, but bit of a bummer. Yeah, seems okay-ish. I just keep getting wrecked by the Rot Priest. Rot Priest is a hell of a fucking card. You are not wrong there. Bird does nothing for us. We have 15 creatures here. 14? 14? Huh. I guess these kind of count as well. Enforcer can be cut. That card is super medium. It's literally built for this deck. And I think it's fine. I think it's like, I think it's above fine. I agree. I think it's super medium in the average deck, but in the deck that it's designed for, it's going to be a little bit better. This is actually, I think, one of the first times I'm running it and am moderately happy to do so. Our curve is so low, I really don't want to cut 4s and 5s here. Maybe with the double mites, we don't need 4 dose. They are kind of hard to cast. Aren't the charges kind of medium? My entire deck is kind of medium. So, like, yes, but that doesn't mean... We don't have any, like, removal. We're a little light on creatures. We want to be going wide, and we want the artifacts for the Cephalopod. So even though the charge is not super powerful with any individual thing in the deck, it is very synergistic and is very flexible. It boosts the creature count that we need. It works well with the artifacts. Makes up for our lack of removal in some form or fashion. Can you, like, Charge of the Mites, casting for creatures, activating on the Mandible Justicar, getting 2 triggers for those artifacts? Mwah, so good. So it's actually quite good in this deck in comparison, I think. Synergizes well with Thrumming Bird, Cephalopod Sentry, Orthodox Enforcer. There's a lot going on there, which I like. I honestly think Curator does not do enough for us. We have, like, Mites and Vanish, and that's, like, it. It's going to get cast as a 4-drop most often that just does nothing. Double Rot Priest. Nice. That's a crazy deck. Red. All right, we're on the play. Well, I'm gonna go here. I was thinking about Charge of the Mites, but I think this is fine. That's quite the main target there. Hi, Hammy baby. How are you? That's the opposite of nice. Well, I mean, it was a nice deck, it sounds like. Sure. Decline. Yeah, this Slaughter Singer is quite annoying. Toxic 2. Hate it. Hate everything about it. This is instant speed. And I'm going to go untapped land here. Lifelink. I can give this Vigilance. Yeah, why not? Dun dun dun. That's pretty good. At least I can't do the thing. So that's Toxic 3. That's a lot of Toxic. So Charge of the Mites is not going to kill that. I could make Mites and make this attack for a lot. But those Mites don't block. We need Chumpers or removal for this idiot. Got it. I think I want to kill this. I want to do it before they can untap and pump in any meaningful way. Yeah. Vigilance. And let's proliferate onto the Skitterfang, the Atraxa Skitterfang as well here with the Hummingbird. We have blockers here. This is great. If we drew untapped land, we can kill it by equipping, creating the 1/1, then blowing it up. Yes, we certainly could have. Thankfully, did not need that. So Okay, we go first again. Need a land, though. Land me, baby. That is not a land. I'll go here. We could Thrumming Bird, but we don't have anything for the Thrumming Bird to do yet, so I think I'd rather get the chance to equip Flesh Cutter next turn. This is a pretty good race. I am okay with this. My 2-drop trades with your 3-drop. I go up to I gain 27. Equipment and slam. Yeah, I didn't want to do the equipment and then have my thing die. That seemed pretty terrible. So I think I just like this better. I just make free dudes. Yeah. I was okay with making the trade on the adjustable mandible Justicar. That's the word I'm looking for. I didn't even see them play this last time. If they block this, that's fine. Then we don't get to charge of the mites. Because we're short creatures. So I think I just go here. I'm okay to keep taking the Eye of Malakar to the face. If we get an untapped land, we can Thrumming Bird attack with the Retrofitter and before blocks Charge of the Mite, and that would kill the Cephalopod Sentry. I think our deck is really good. I think our deck is very synergistic and it's very low to the ground. I don't think we have anything that's super powerful on its own, but we've got the bits that we need, which is the hard part. Hi, Hammy Bear. I know. Life is hard, huh? I know, I know. Hi, baby. Do you need to go for a walk? Hey, baby. You want to come see what Mama's doing? Oh, did you guys see this dope soul ring of Hammy? Come here, baby. One, two, three, four, five. Yep. Great. Come here, baby. Come here. Get under your butt, baby. Okay. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. Come here. Oh, there you go, baby. Oh, snoots in the face. Snoots in the face. Hi. Oh, excuse you. Did you just burp at us? Are you burping at me? Gross. That's gross. Sniff, sniff. Sniff, sniff. Hey, Lammy, look over here. What's this? Oh, look at this stuff. Say hi to everybody. Hi. Hey, hey, don't eat my Sharpie. Hammy's gotten big, yeah. He's a big boy. I have a dog hair in my mouth. All right. This is fine. La, 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 la. Yeah, I'll block. I'll take the bait. That still dies, right? All right. That is fine. That is 100% fine. So, yeah, I'm just gonna bounce this. It's gonna make that fall off. It's also gonna make this useless. So I have nothing to use that on. This was fine for us. That's a little sad. We are now behind. The rabble here has been surprisingly good. Two for one, I guess. I mean, yeah, this replaced itself, so we bounced it, but they still get the Justicar Mandible, so we just got rid of the pump spell in this. Sure. I do hate this. We are a bit behind. This deck is so aggressive. No blocks. Ooh, there's a stick here. What is it? For one red? What is that? Huh. Free from flesh and the shock spell is what this is. And we are stuck on land. Hate that. All right. Well, at least we get it out of their hand. We had to save it. I don't like it, but... Equip and attack, I think. I think that's a terrible idea. I think we needed to bait out whatever the hell that was. And I don't think we have a lot of other wiggle room. We're not really worried about this. I think our way out of this is... lifelink. Problem is they're just going to drop this. I need an untapped land. No blocks. We have to hope they run out of steam, and we hope that our lifelink brings us back into this game. Like, if this is a blank and the mandible were, like, not terrible, we need to hit an untapped land, which we did. So now we can go here. And we can go here. These cannot block. We go in, we gain 4. It's not great. But I believe it is the world we currently live in. I am trading my adjustable for their adjustable, I think. I don't have another artifact to come into play. So I like that they're leaving this back. It's very helpful to me. Discard a card, huh? The retrofitter turns one of these into a 4/4. I think it's this. We need all the blockers and things we can get. We say no attacks or blocks here. Fisher is going straight under a bus. We go to 5. This is actually not a terrible spot. If they have, obviously, something scary, we are dead. Sure. So they're bringing that back to the battlefield. Plus that. That's pretty good. Okay. Retrofitter can make the lifelinker a 4. That's pretty good. I like that. We can make our lifelinker. That's great. And it doesn't have vigilance though. 5. Do I want to trade it for 2 things? If we trade for like this plus this, is that okay? I think the answer is yes. Because I don't want like a removal spell to just blow this up and then we don't get to do anything. Going to 10 here I think is good. Ooh, gross. Yeah, that's less good. I will block. Equip and attack. I didn't really want to do that yet. See what we draw here. This is +2. This is a lot of life gain, actually. Because we'll also, this is 7 life gain. That's pretty good. Back to 14. Nine damage. I'm gonna take it. We gain 7 a turn. Oh, no, no, no. No, no, please don't kill Adjustable. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, boy. Draw. Pre-combat, make a bunch of dudes. Great. Those can't block anyway. Gain 9? Please don't blow this up. I don't think they can. Great. Back to 14 again. Too big for removal? I mean, in response to this, there are plenty of removal spells that could kill this. Including cards like this, right? There's a red 5 damage spell that they could cast in response to the Shepherd. There is a red 5 damage. There's 2 red 5 damage spells. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if they don't block my little stuff, they're going to 6 poison right now. This is getting killed. You know, I'm kind of fine with that. We're getting so much life, and they have to block this. Is there a world where we don't just alpha here? I don't think so. Sure. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Pretty far off. We're still at 10 life. That was a fine match.